Okay, so the next interface that we're going to be setting up is the battery power connections, or turning on the battery to interface with the inverter. There's 3 power supplies in this inverter. There's one for the solar, so if you give it solar, it should turn on, like we had earlier. Then there's one for the batteries. When you give it battery voltage above 200 volts, it should turn on the inverter, give you an indications here. And then the last power supply is the grid connections. When you give it grid voltage, it should turn on the inverter. So we are now going to turn on the batteries, and we should see power here. The one thing of that batteries, high voltage batteries, especially not especially, but only high voltage batteries, because low voltage batteries generally just turn on when you turn them on, because they're safer voltages. But when you've got a 400 volt battery, they've got a very good safety defense mechanism. There's nothing wrong with the battery, it's very good. That you need to black start the battery for it to output voltage, because it's not getting CAN communications. The inverter is off, right? If I had a case where it's a completely off-grid system, so I couldn't get it AC voltage, the sun wasn't shining, so it was nighttime where I installed the inverter, I needed to turn on the inverter to finish the commissioning. You just start at the battery, but it won't start up unless it's getting CAN communications. It won't get CAN communications because the inverter's off. You need to black start the battery. So different batteries have got different processes on how to black start it. As all of them that I know of, it's just a long press on the start button to turn it on. Different times for different battery manufacturers, but it's a long press. I'm going to turn on the battery isolator and press and hold the start button on the battery for 25 seconds, I think it is, for the Seluna battery. This LED here will go blinking red as a caution, and then solid red, and it'll click the relays closed, and you should see solid red here. If we measured the voltage across those pins, we would see voltage, and the inverter should also be turning on at that stage. So there we got a solid LED here, and there we go. There's the good click. There we go, and we're starting up the inverter. Let's turn it off nice and quickly so we don't get alarm codes and so forth. We've confirmed now battery power connections are good. Polarity, if the polarity was wrong, it wouldn't start up. And if your polarity on your solar was wrong, it also wouldn't start up.